Today we will be continuing part 13 of this manhwa. Encountering rank 7 Grandmaster Zombie and gaining heaven level technique 3-legged golden crow casting sun. Suddenly, a thin figure fell in front of Lu Sheng. Large cracks appeared on the hard street floor under the silhouette's feet. Lu Sheng's pupils shrank and stopped abruptly. Lu Sheng looked at the uninvited guest in front of him who was attracted by him, stretched out his hand and rubbed his swollen temple, and grinned. It was the Grandmaster level zombie that Lu Sheng saw back then, the pressure of which made him tremble and fall to his knees in the past. Lu Sheng narrowed his eyes and looked at the appearance of the zombie in front of him. About 1.75 meters tall, with a thin body, it gives people a solid feeling of cast iron. His appearance is very ordinary, and he is wearing rather delicate streamlined battle armor. Compared with the rotten and broken zombies that Lu Sheng has seen before, this zombie is extraordinarily new and complete. The Grandmaster's blood is thick like mercury slurry, and his body is like fine steel. It is completely unmatched by warriors of level 6 and below. It's too powerful. The memory fragments of these zombies gathered together, filling Lu Sheng's mind. It made his brain soar, and bursts of urges to vent were constantly emerging in his heart. The desire to destroy everything. Lu Sheng knew that this was the aftermath of absorbing too many battle memories in one breath. He found what he was looking for. Why didn't he choose to clear those complicated memories in his mind? He was afraid that the desire to fight and destroy would be gone because he will lose. The courage to fight with this Grandmaster level zombie in front of him. At this moment, this Grandmaster level zombie was standing in the distance, and watching him silently, as if waiting for something. Fight! Lu Sheng took a deep breath, and the rhythm of his breathing changed quietly. Switch, breath of the wind! A faint wind lingered around Lu Sheng. Lu Sheng shook his body and disappeared in place in an instant. He who was fully deployed in the microstate was astonishingly fast, like a cloud of blue smoke, bullying the rank 6 and below zombies in a few breaths. The Grandmaster level zombies seemed to be unaware and stood still. Lu Sheng fiercely kicked the head of the Master level zombie with a whip. Driven by the powerful blood of the 3rd level warrior, this whip leg was like a steel knife, tearing the air and making a sharp whistle. Boom! The place was silent. The Grandmaster level zombie still stood there and didn't move, but his right hand was lifted at some point. The palm of the zombie is in a naturally stretched state, gently blocking the side of the face. Lu Sheng's eyes showed a shocking color. He felt as if his leg had hit an incomparably thick cushion, and all the power was absorbed into it, and dissolved cleanly. The huge force contained in the legs fell on the palm of the Master level zombie, but it was like a mud cow entering the sea, without causing any waves. Lu Sheng immediately flew back, and there was still a deeply moving expression on his face. What? Although I didn't go all out, I also used 6 times the power of the stars and the bonus of the perfect leg work. Why is the combat power index above 100,000? Could not even shake his one hand. Grandmaster level zombies are indeed terrifying. And this is only a Grandmaster level with only fighting instinct left if it is a true martial arts master. The strength is unimaginable. After a temptation, Lu Sheng no longer held back. 10 times the power of the stars, the perfect boxing technique, the breath of flame. Except for not using the chi and blood increase of the Divine Illumination Sutra, he almost went all out. He used 10 times stellar power and dealt a huge blow to the zombie Grandmaster, resulting in creating a huge explosion that blocked Lu Sheng's sight. The rubble spread all around, even the command center behind was shaken by Lu Sheng's force. But no matter what kind of offensive he is, the Grandmaster level zombie in front of him can always easily defuse it. Lu Sheng faintly had an illusion. What he is facing now is not an ordinary person of 1.7 meters. But a wall, a mountain. Unbreakable, unsurpassable. Lu Sheng felt that there seemed to be an invisible film on the outside of this Master level zombie. This probably is. Lu Sheng took a deep breath and slowly spit out a word. Grandmaster Force Field! It is rumored that the martial arts master comes with an invisible force field, and even bullets can't penetrate it. After shooting into the force field, it will be directly blocked by stagnation and completely become useless scrap iron. I can see it today, and it lives up to its reputation. This is still the meager force field left by the dead master outside the body. If it's a martial arts master in full bloom, I guess I don't want to attack. Even if I want to get close to the opponent, I can't do it. The power of the Grandmaster force field exceeded Lu Xing's expectations, and he was almost exhausted. Lu Xing backed away to stay at a distance from the zombie. He is not coming after me. Does he have no intention to attack? Lu Xing thought to himself. Lu Xing stood a few dozen meters away from the master-level zombie, breathing heavily. His expression was a little dignified. You can't beat it at all, you can't even hurt it. Lu Xing sat down to think about the situation. All my attacks hit this thin film, and 99% of the power was directly removed. So much so that although my combat power is now as high as hundreds of thousands, I am not even qualified to let the opponent move a bit. However, there is good news. This master-level zombie doesn't seem to regard me as an opponent at all, and it only passively resists my attacks and never takes the initiative to attack. Otherwise, I should have been killed on the spot long ago. Now I understand why there is only one level of difference between the 6th and 7th levels, but the status is very different. The 7th level can be called a Grandmaster, but the 6th level can only be a martial artist. It's because the gap between the two is too great. That is a qualitative difference, a difference in the level of life. Reaching the realm of a 7th level Grandmaster, it can almost be regarded as another kind of life form. Lu Xing now has a feeling that he seems to have become a low-level account who has mistakenly entered the high-level monster map. In the face of the huge level gap, even if the monsters in the advanced map stand still and let themselves cut, they will not be able to break the opponent's defense. I can't even take down a single HP of his. What should I do? Should I back down? Lu Xing was a little helpless. No, there must be a way. Once I kill him, I will be able to access the memories of a Grand Master. Lu Xing tried a few more times and unexpectedly found that the invisible force field outside the Grand Master level morning body seemed to have weakened a little. His eyes were blazing with anger. Up until now, Lu Xing was able to take down every single zombie without much effort, but this time he had to face the reality of how powerful the martial artist can be. His eyes were filled with desperation. Lu Xing has attacked nearly 1,000 times, and he has long been familiar with the defense capabilities of Grandmaster-level zombies. After getting exhausted, he backed down again to take a breath. I felt it just now. His force field is not invincible. Although it is very small, there is only a trace, and it can almost be ignored. But his defense weakened. If you grind a little bit, there may be a chance, but I'm afraid that you will suddenly go berserk when you grind below the kill line. And this is too slow. I estimate that it will take millions of attacks to wear off this force field. Lu Xing already felt that his physical strength was almost exhausted. This is also because he has been using the natural breathing method to recover. If he replaced it with another third-level warrior, he didn't know how many times he was tired. Or should I retreat first? When I become stronger, will I solve this hard bone? Lu Xing's heart raised the meaning of retreat. But he was unhappy. The 6th-level zombie warrior has almost lost the value of actual combat training for him now. After the mental strength reaches the 3rd level, hunting zombies below the 6th level is like mowing the grass. Lu Xing suddenly thought of something. Mental strength. Yes, psychic attack. He hasn't tried it yet, attacking directly with mental power. I haven't practiced true spiritual master combat skills, so I have always used spiritual power as an auxiliary means, and the divine light of the Pluto Sutra is the fuel to increase chi and blood. I almost forgot that I was still a 3rd-level spiritual teacher. Compared to my strength in martial arts, my strength in the field of spiritual masters is even stronger. Thinking of this, Lu Xing suddenly felt a bright light in front of him. Although Lu Xing has not learned the corresponding spiritual power combat skills, his spiritual power is strong enough. It was as if Lu Xing was holding an iron block in his hand. Although he had not yet learned how to forge the iron block into a sword to chop people, the power of swinging the iron block and smashing it out was quite impressive. Lu Xing's eyes lit up, and the more he thought about it, the more he felt that this method was feasible. There is another advantage to using mental power to attack. My mental power is replenished very quickly after being consumed because there are zombies everywhere, so I just need to absorb some memory and purify it with the idea of crystal view. Much faster than recovering stamina. Thinking about it, Lu Xing immediately condensed his mental power into a ball and slammed the Grand Master level zombie in front of him. Just like the physical attack, the moment when the spiritual force touches the master level zombie is like touching an invisible barrier. The mental power hit it and disappeared. But at the same time, part of that invisible barrier was also consumed. So much better than a physical attack. Lu Xing was surprised and delighted, and after thinking about it, he quickly understood. The Master Force Field is the externalized manifestation of the Master's will, and the Master's will, to put it bluntly, is the spiritual power of the Master. Use mental power to consume mental power, and it will come quickly. I'm so stupid I should have thought of that. Lu Xing didn't delay any longer and quickly manipulated his mental power to attack the force field of the master-level zombie again and again. The Grandmaster force field of the Grandmaster-level zombie was rapidly consumed, and the invisible barrier weakened and thinned at a speed that Lu Xing's spirit could perceive. Lu Xing's mental power was also exhausted twice in the middle, but fortunately, he harvested a lot of ordinary zombie memories before. As soon as the crystal conception technique runs, a steady stream of spiritual power emerges. During this process, Lu Xing Shichuan's martial arts increased again. More than 80% of martial arts skills have broken through the bottleneck period once, that is, they have reached the perfect state. This is a terrifying improvement to Lu Xing's comprehensive combat ability. However, Lu Xing has no time to care about these now, and all his attention is on the master-level zombie in front of him. He was looking forward to it. After killing this Grandmaster-level zombie, what kind of martial arts treasures will there be in the memory of the Grandmaster that burst out? Lu Xing's mental power bombarded the Grandmaster-level zombie. The body of the master-level zombie swayed slightly, but there was no fluctuation. Its exterior looks the same as it originally did. But in Lu Xing's eyes, this Grandmaster-level zombie has become extremely dim. Another mental attack. With the continuous use of mental power, Lu Xing also became proficient in the use of this simple and rude skill. And he can feel that his mental power attack is stronger each time because the mental power is rapidly consumed and the crystal view is used to quickly recover. If Lu Xing took another mental power test now, her mental power would be far stronger than before. At this point, only a thin layer of the force field around the Grandmaster zombie was left. A strange light flashed in Lu Xing's eyes, and he didn't know how many times the mental attack was sent out. This time, the spiritual attack fell on the master-level zombie, encountered a slight obstacle, and then passed through suddenly. It's done! Lu Xing landed on the spiritual crystal and took his stance with the purpose of using all his power. Divine Illumination Sutra, Qi, and blood increase. In Lu Xing's body, 2 hearts were beating, and blood was roaring. 10 times the power of the stars. Switch, breath of fire. Perfect boxing. Lu Xing's eyes shone brightly, and his right fist was raised high. At this moment, the killing line of the master-level zombies has arrived. Boom! This punch slammed into the spiritual mountain that Lu Xing created through his psychic energy. The impact from all the powers combined brought a huge tremor to the whole base. Everything shook violently. Some cracks seemed to appear on the force field. Moments later, it cracked under the huge force of Lu Xing, leaving the Grandmaster zombie stunned. Lu Xing's figure instantly disappeared in place. Breath of the wind. Appearing again, it is already in front of the master-level zombies. At this time, the Grandmaster-level zombies gave Lu Xing a much weaker feeling than at the beginning. The heroic spirit is immortal. Your will is inherited by me. Lu Xing looked into the eyes of the Grandmaster zombie. This punch slammed into the body of the master-level zombie. The chest of the master-level zombie burst open. Its not a stalwart body staggered backward under the impact of Lu Xing's punch. The zombie at the end tried to say something, but due to becoming undead, he can't. It smiled at the end, turning into a pile of black energy, and disintegrated. A trace of guilt rose in Lu Xing's heart. From the beginning to the end, this Grandmaster level zombie has never attacked him once. He has been attacking the opponent all the time. A black line of smoke with the thickness of the forearm emerged from its body, like a black python, and slammed into Lu Xing's body. Lu Xing was hit hard and retreated abruptly. There is only one thought left in my mind master's memory. Mr. Sheng, congratulations on reaching the 7th level. From today onwards, you can be called a master. The situation is getting worse and worse. Although the adults in the Star Realm have been running around, there are still bases falling. The top 100 bases are located in the center of the Wooming League, which is the safest place in the whole world. I have already arranged the airship, and you will set off in the afternoon. Dad, won't you come with us? I am the master, I should stay on the front line and shed the last drop of blood for the human race. The 9th level alien beast is so terrifying, even if I only glanced at it from a distance, I was still terrified. I am a master, and my will is so strong that I have nothing to fear, so why am I still afraid? Why? Is there hope? Where is the future of the human race? Lord Wanhee, known as the Eastern Evil Sun, is here. Come to our base 1359. I was fortunate enough to see Lord Wang take action. It was too powerful and shocking. The human race has such a powerful existence as Lord Wanhee, and will win this battle. Must. The last time I saw Lord Wanhee takes action, I got a lot of insights. Inspiration erupted like a spring. I should have the skill to nurture. I succeeded. Ha ha ha. It is not impossible to achieve the status of the 8th level Grandmaster in this life. It hurts so much, my heart was gouged out. Is this what it feels like before death comes? I heard that Alliance has launched a fire project, intending to gather the power of the entire human race to create an unprecedented 12th level powerhouse. It should be successful. Too bad I can't see it anymore. The amount of memory that Lu Xing had absorbed was larger than ever before. Countless broken pictures quickly passed through Lu Xing's mind. How legendary and wonderful the life of a martial arts master! The idea of the crystal concept has already been in operation, and the diamond human figure has been dyed pure black. A lot of martial arts experience and combat skills memory were quickly absorbed by Lu Xing. Lu Xing had good luck. The martial arts master named Sheng majored in boxing during his lifetime. Lu Xing could feel that his accomplishments in boxing were madly improving. The boxing technique of the perfect realm has quickly risen to the bottleneck of the perfect realm. His fist techniques, combat experience, and epiphanies are all now integrated within me. Then break out. Enter the discernment stage. My fist arts level is advancing like crazy. Then continue to increase rapidly. The advanced level of the discernment stage, the pinnacle of the discernment stage. Breakthrough again. Suddenly a huge burst of energy rose into the sky. Lu Xing came back to his senses. He looked at his body emitting an aura that was never there before. The realm of control. Lu Xing was overjoyed. Martial arts master Sheng's lifelong learning. The control boxing technique tempered in countless life and death fights with alien beasts has now been perfectly inherited by Lu Xing without omission. This little gain alone is enough to be called a treasure. Not to mention, he has not yet unearthed the most core treasure. Wanhee. Lu Xing captured the name in Sheng's memory. This name seems to be quite important to Sheng. In the last memory of Grandmaster Sheng's life, aside from his wife and children, this name was mentioned the most by him. And just right. Lu Xing knew the name. The creator of the stellar refinement technique is called Wanhee. It was evident that Wanhee was a powerful master for 10,000 years. He is also a famous super big man, nicknamed Eastern Evil Yang. Even a 7th level martial arts master like Sheng is also his fan brother. Lu Xing practiced the stellar body refinement technique created by Wanhee, which can be regarded as having a certain relationship with him. Now that I know the scales and claws of this legendary figure from the perspective of others, I can't help but feel a lot of emotions in my heart. Sheng seems to be inspired by Wan He's martial arts because he saw Wan He shot once, and created an extremely powerful martial arts. Why can't I find it? Lu Xing was a little puzzled and kept rummaging through Sheng's memory. At this moment, he saw a golden light spot suddenly appear in the diamond figure in his mind. With the continuous breathing of the diamond figure, the golden light point also slowly melted. In an instant, a memory picture that Lu Xing had never seen before appeared in his mind. It was a vast and barren wilderness. There was a thick black mist everywhere. In the black fog, a large number of uncountable alien beasts poured out from the earth and sky, tearing apart the black fog. Like a tide, it poured over the sky and covered the earth. Lu Xing perceived that his heart was shaking, his mouth was dry, and his legs were a little weak. I am a master and fearless, why am I still afraid? Is the enemy that Sheng encountered? A strong sense of despair enveloped Lu Xing's heart. At this moment, a figure suddenly appeared in his field of vision. This figure was extremely fast, and the whole body exuded a splendid golden light as if the sun was rising. Lu Xing watched the figure. He vaguely saw that the figure seemed to raise his right hand. Next moment, 10 suns appear simultaneously in the dim sky. Incredibly bright sun. All the otherworldly monsters got wiped out in an instant. The golden light rays released from the old man's body swept through the whole wilderness, wiping out each and everything in its way. The endless golden light shone down, and Lu Xing's eyes flowed with tears. He tried to open his eyes wide, but he could only see a golden light. Golden sun! Don't know how long it took. The golden light gradually faded, and Lu Xing's vision returned. He saw the countless alien beasts that covered the sky and the earth all disappeared, and the black fog was everywhere. The whole world is empty. All filth was washed away. Only that thin but stalwart figure was left, hovering in the distant mid-air. In the dream space, Lu Xing suddenly opened his eyes. At this moment, his eyes were completely smudged into brilliant golden color, like 2 rounds of stars emitting endless light and heat. Soon, the golden color slowly faded, and the stars disappeared. A strange light flashed in Lu Xing's eyes, and he said to himself, in ancient mythology, the son of the Emperor of Heaven is the Golden Crow. Jinwu must do so. Each golden crow represents a round of the sun. When the 10 suns appeared in the sky at the same time, the rivers dried up, the earth cracked open, and the infinite light and heat burned everything. No creature can survive under 10 days. Sheng, the master of martial arts, spent his whole life learning and developing martial arts, worked hard his whole life, and even wanted to use it to achieve the supreme master skills of the 8th level Grand Master. The name of this skill is Golden Crow Casting Sun. This technique that Sheng used was extremely tyrannical that could destroy everything in its way. My mental power has undergone some kind of qualitative change. Lu Xing was a little shocked. Lu Xing punched violently. With this punch, his huge mental power quickly shrank toward the center of the brain core, collapsing and roaring. 2 rounds of golden sun ignited in his eyes. A surging heat wave rushed out of his fist. The light and heat distorted the air, forming 10 illusory golden suns behind Xing Lu's head. This style of master technique is in the same vein as mine and complements each other. Golden Crow Casting Sunday. Now it's mine. Outside the dream world on a sunny day, Lu Xing woke up after practicing in the dream. The old apartments where Lu Xing lived can be seen. After coming back from the dream world, Lu Xing had been in deep thought. The gain that he received this time is far better than anything he achieved so far. With the comprehension of this master technique, Lu Xing felt that his spiritual power had undergone a drastic change. The huge mental force shrank sharply, condensed into a point, collapsed inward, and emitted a golden glow. It is like a small sun, suspended at the heart of the diamond figure visualization. With every breath of the diamond figure, the rays of the sun also change. The countless black spiritual impurities in the diamond humanoid also continued to subside under the golden light of the sun. Lu Xing was shocked at witnessing these events. If Xiao Lin's spiritual power is air, then Dong Qingshua's spiritual power is water, and my previous spiritual power is ice, and the three are like the difference between gas, liquid, and solid. Now my mental power is like a steel ball made of pure steel. Although it is still the same shape, the quality and hardness are many times higher than before. Great progress! Lu Xing thought to himself. He was quite happy after achieving several breakthroughs in the dream world. Lu Xing's thoughts moved, and his spiritual power radiated out. In an instant, with him at the center, the surrounding streets suddenly cracked. A nearby building was slowly suspended. But it didn't take long for the mental power to drain, and the huge building fell back. What is happening? Is it an earthquake or an eruption? Several panicked voices can be heard from the building. Lu Xing's eyes lit up. The snatch force of mental power is dozens of times stronger than before. If the total amount is not too small, imperial objects can fly as described in Xiu Xian's novels based on mental power alone. Lu Xing felt that in a sense, he had completely stepped into the level of an extraordinary life form, and even ordinary warriors could not imagine it at all. He is confident that by only relying on the power of mental power, he can crush a third-level, or even fourth-level warrior to death. This is a completely different concept from ordinary spiritual masters who use weapons to sweep warriors of the same level, or challenge high-level warriors by leaps and bounds. I now have a force field similar to that of a Grandmaster zombie. Lu Xing felt that a thin film appeared on the surface of his body. This thin film is derived from his spiritual solar core. If you don't control it deliberately, there will only be a very light layer. If you increase the output of mental power, it will become much stronger. Even if it is enhanced to the limit, the thickness of this force field is less than 1% of that of a Grandmaster zombie. But it does exist. It is equivalent to the prototype of the Master's will. Although it is only a seed now, it will grow into a towering tree sooner or later, and from it will transform into my true master-level martial arts will. Lu Xing got up. Now, he needs to find a few suitable objects to test the master technique he just learned. That's all for today. If you like the next part of this manhwa, just comment below. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to like, subscribe and comment for getting epic content on this channel. See you next time.